Hey, John here. So I'm not sure if there's a way to tell if you I got an ABS activation at low speed. I'm not sure if there's a way for you to tell which one it is without a scan tool, because I believe if you unhook one of the wheel sensors, I think they need to talk to each other. So I don't think your ABS will work. So just unplugging one to see if the other side is, let me show you the symptoms I'm having, but I want to get some PIDs pulled up so I can show you. I just want left front wheel speed and right front wheel speed. Yeah, they start at 3 miles per hour, but I also want to graph it just because what I'm going to show you is one is going to drop out earlier than the other, and then you know that's the side. And I think if I put these on top of each other, it might be a little better display. So I'm going to do it both ways actually. I'll do 2 runs. So it's still got the miles per hour. So one of these numbers should drop out faster than the other for a failing speed sensor, for a failing sensor. Now, whether it's the sensor itself or the tone ring or whatever, that might be more hard to diagnose, but usually it's the sensor. But let's give her, I just have to drive basically 5 miles an hour, so let me get it over, get it up to speed, and then alright, so it's hard to tell on that one. I'll have to play it back because I can't see the numbers on the screen. But this this graph, as you can see, it falls off sharp, where this one had a gradual slowdown. I think we put these on top of each other, we'll be able to tell better. Well, there you go. It's on top of each other right now from the history. I don't know if you can see that. See how the purple one fell, you know, it's got more of a sharp curve. So that's the only way I can tell. But the reason I want to make a video is, hold on a second, let me try this again. Yeah, I can tell you right now, it's the left, right there. The ABS didn't come on, but the wheel speed sensor, it was reporting. I wonder if you can, yeah, see how the left wheel never went up in speed. This one did. So the left wheel sensor is definitely an issue. Let's see if I can get it to go. Let's go forward first. Let's put it on top of each other. I gotta charge this battery. I had to change the battery on the camera. I forgot what it was. So we're at, they're overlapping each other, and I wanted to, let's just see if we can get, it's hard to hold this steady. Alright, so as you can see, maybe you can or can't, but see how the purple, I don't know if you can make out purple and blue. I don't know why they wouldn't do red and yellow or, you know, something contrasty, but the purple is the one that's, again, you really can't see that, but it's got a sharper, here, let's separate it again. The purple falls out a lot quicker, yeah? See how that's got a nice, no, not nice, but different, you know, it doesn't fall as sharp as this one. So it's definitely the left side that is giving me the problem, and when you put them over each other, you know, you can tell the difference. Let's see what that looks like. You can't really tell because it's slow speed, but you can see the sensor started to bop up on the one on the right, which is a good one. The one on the left didn't really have that low speed bump there like that one. See if I can do it one more time. It should get some speed in reverse, but so it's hard to tell there, but if I put them on top of each other, you can see clearly the blue one stepping up in speed, and you know, right here on this this ramp there, even this little ramp there, it never the left never activated, so you can see there clear as day the blue one, how it's stepping up gradually there, and for a second or millisecond, you know, for a few whatever, the purple never amped up, and then it did. So it's definitely left side that's giving me problems here. So what to do? Well, like I was saying, first of all, you get no engine code, so you know the ABS comes on at like 5 miles per hour, and you don't know which side it is. I mean, I guess it could even be the rear, but usually, you know, the rear is inside, I don't know what it is on this, maybe the transfer case or maybe the differential, I don't know where it's located, but it runs both wheels, you know, it doesn't have a separate wheel sensor. These two, front, left and right, how do you know which one it is if you don't have a scan tool? Because, like I was saying, I believe if you unhook one, because they have to talk to each other for road speed and, you know, your engine speed, all these inputs to the computer, and if you unplug the one, I would think that the other, like your ABS wouldn't even work. If one's unplugged, you'd probably get a light and, you know, nothing would work. But that being said, so there's no real way to test which one it is. I guess you can put it, well, you couldn't even do that. It's going to create voltage even if you spin the tire and measure it on just the sensor alone, because the sensor is working, it works, but it's failing because it's not registering on these low speeds. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's starting to fail, so the ABS pump is kicking on because it thinks the wheel's locking up, and it's not, because the wheel, you know, like that, like, well, it's gone now, but well, you get what I'm saying. So, is there a way, see, I know it's the left front, but my theory is, can you bypass one sensor to make the other one, you know, one sensor reading both, so the computer thinks everything's hunky-dory? I'm going to put that test to the theory. I think you can, just with the signal wire. If you have the one good signal wire on the right, and you jump it to the, you know, left side input, why wouldn't it work? It's just a wire. So I'm going to test that, but I did get a new bearing anyways. The reason I got a new bearing is because the sensor is located in a way where I have to take the rotor off to get the sensor out, and that alone is going to be problematic as far as, you know, I'm going to damage the rotor. These things have been on a while, and you can't get them off because they're rusted on there. You know how it goes. I don't want to damage. This is the problem why I can't just replace the sensor alone, because of where the sensor lives. Well, we're going to be able to see this. Yeah, not without a... And it's going to be extremely hard to see that. A little light. Anyways, see where that wire goes? That zip tied to the knuckle. This bearing was replaced about 3 years ago. I didn't have a problem with the ABS then, but just where it's located, that wire sneaks under and is sitting under, you know, this rotor. You can't get to the sensor with your Allen wrench there to get it out of the hole. So that would require you to take the rotor off. I live in the Northeast. These rotors just don't pop off. They're usually pretty problematic, and this rotor's still good, you know. So is the brakes, so is the caliper. To get this off, I'd probably end up maybe not destroying it, or definitely affecting the rotor, you know, because I just know from doing the other side over, it got overheated, the caliper, so I replaced the rotor. The caliper got hung up over there, got really hot, so I replaced the caliper and the rotor. But I remember that was just a few weeks ago. Getting that rotor off was just impossible. Beating on it, and you know, just it's going to tear shit up. So I don't want to replace this rotor, and it's not going to come off easily to get the sensor out. That being said, it may not be just the sensor. There's nothing wrong with a wheel bearing, but maybe the tone ring that's inside the wheel bearing is what's causing this thing to act up. That I don't know. Usually it's the sensor. But what I'm going to try to do, I already got, you know, I'm probably going to do this wheel bearing and you know, do everything new anyways to fix it. But in the meantime, what if you're trying to get the vehicle inspected? What if, you know, you just don't have the money right now, or whatever? Is there a way to get around this? There might be. I'm thinking about it. What if I send on the other side, the good side, a signal, the good signal over to this side? Just run a wire from one good signal, unplug this whole ABS over here. Of course, you're not going to have ABS, but I don't care about that. Let's say I just want to get this car inspected. And you know, the guy goes to pull it in the pit, and ABS comes on because it comes on a very low speed. He's not going to pass it. So I think I can bypass this, and I'm going to try it. I'm going to put my theory to the test. So I'm going to get a wire, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Alright, so got the wheel back on. Like I said, I took let me recap right quick. Take it for a spin here. I took I left this plugged in, this side, because the computer is going to need, or brake module, or wherever this is getting read information is going to, needs the signal in the reference. So I believe the signal is coming from the wheel speed sensor, and the reference that's probably shared, you know, by both sensors. So I just need the one. That's why you know, you leave that hooked up, and that one reference, not the dark green, is the signal wire. So I'm back probed into the signal wire, and that reference wire is still, the low reference wire is still plugged in, so it's going to see something in the computer. And then I got you know, snaked across here, and I've got this side just plugged into, first of all, I don't know if you can see in there, the wheel sensor is unplugged. So even though it's a 2-wire, I'm just using the 1 wire, the signal wire, the light blue wire. This is an old ABS sensor, so I'm just using that because of the harness there instead of back probe, and I'll just, you know, splice it and alligator clip it. So that's plugged in, and it's on the signal wire only. The reference wire, like I said, I don't think you need it because it's going to share. You unplug one of these at a normal condition, both of them won't work. You know, if there's nothing wrong with your vehicle and you unplug one wheel sensor, the ABS system's not going to work. I don't even think it'll read it. Probably should unplug it too, but doesn't really need to be running, but I don't know why it did that. Must have timed out. Oh yeah, automatic. Yes, 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 yes. System select. Diagnostic, trouble codes, current codes. expecting to be, okay, no trouble codes. Currently, no trouble codes, which is good, because you can't get inspected with trouble codes. I'm assuming it's probably because I unhooked it. Left front wheels, yeah. So let's clear that. So there's nothing in there, because I unhooked it. It erased. Okay, let's go back into history, see if there's any. Just erased it, shouldn't be. No trouble code. And there's no current trouble code. So now let's I'm gonna get all the way out of there. Let's go in and get some data on those. Right front wheel speed. I'm assuming it's going to be nothing reported. Left front wheel speed. Oh, maybe there will be. I don't know. Okay. Didn't think there would be, but that's even better. So it thinks there's a. So again, I'm just using the one signal from the one side. So these should be identical. Well, let's see if we get any brake activation. Otherwise, this is for nothing. Take her up just above 5 miles an hour. That's all it took before. Look at that, nothing. No activation. And those technically have to be identical. They have to be. Reason being, it's just using the one signal. But it thinks there's two signals because, again, they share that low reference. So all you need to do is jumper the signal from one side to the other. And there you have it. Problem solved. Problem's not solved. I still got a sensor bad, but the left sensor is bad, but currently it's unhooked and the brakes are fine because it wasn't sporadic. It was every time 5 miles an hour comes, it would activate. I think I showed that more than once. So right now, these, I'll put these overlap each other. They're identical. So the computer's fine with that. All the wheel speeds are matching. Good to go. Can't believe that worked actually. Obviously it is because it's working, so you just need the signal wire. Unplug it, signal wire to signal wire. Bada boom, bada bing. It's just using the right side for to tell the computer the wheel speeds are identical. It thinks it's got a wheel speed on the left. You just saw on the computer it did. So there you have it. I might wire that up and get it inspected. I already got the wheel bearings, so I'll probably do that, but they're a nightmare. So anyways, I just thought I'd share that.